Hey everybody, I'm speaking late because all the audio before this with my voice has actually not been going, so this is me finally speaking for the first time. And essentially what I want to go for in this game is a Vanguard frontline, all 4, then get a Mystic mid, taking us up to 7 champs, and then we can go 8 Jhin, 9 Ashe, or something along those lines, where we have got this strong backline that can do damage, as well as a very, very tanky frontline, who will be healed up quite a lot from a Soraka and maybe a Sona combo together. But one thing to note is I obviously want a Vanguard frontline, which will probably be Wukong, Maud, Kaiser, and Jace, then either or of these two at the current state. And we did get the Leona start with the Negatron cloak. We can actually make the Dragon Claw for her now, which is nice. We'll pick up a BF sword as well here, and an Annie. Oh, I missed it. Oh well. We'll do that. Press reroll. I'm gonna also pick up Lucian for damage in the backline. Kind of his realistic only use for now. If we are to find a excuse me, if we're to find a Jace this early on and have 4 Vanguard for the first wave, that would be actually quite good. Be very, very bulky, obviously, and we shouldn't realistically die too quick, as this team comp could be pretty. Oh my day! I keep missing them, misclicking. But it will use our free refoot roll. Press that button. Press this button. Yeah, I guess we slide Darius onto the board. I mean, he isn't what I want, obviously. In fact, why am I keeping him? I can buy another Lucian and work on Lucians up to level 2. In fact, I'm actually not going to run with 2 Lucians. I'm going to run with 1 Poppy, a Leona, and a Maud frontline, so that we're getting the maximum usage out of our only trait, because that's another champion with an extra 125 armor. So that is actually more beneficial than having a secondary Lucian on the board, which would be more damage, don't get me wrong, but more damage isn't always the best when you can have more frontline, and considering we don't have a level 2, more frontline is slightly better at this stage of the game. And this one looks like a win. We're going to actually chip away at this guy. And the Lucian ultimate actually kills off someone. That is something I actually really want. Is Nazriel. We can pick him up. Also pick up a level 2 Poppy. And I'm switching Lucian off for the Ezreal for now. And what I want now is to win the next wave, so that I can buy that Mordekaiser for free. And what I mean by free is, well, in essence, you gain 1 coin for winning a round. So if we win the round, we go up to 2 coins, meaning that this Mordekaiser is free. I don't have to lock my shop. It's pretty safe. Now, this wave, I think we do actually win. A Demolitionist team that obviously has the Rumble ult, which will stun you. It also has the Ziggs ult, which will stun you. And then the Zyre ult there just for a load of damage. It's quite strong. However, we should beat it with the EMP coming through to stop the ultimates from the Zyre and Ziggs charging as quickly. And yeah, we do win. We get the free Mordekaiser, and we move on to our 3rd round this game on a win streak of 2. Now, wow, we actually are doing pretty good, because we've already got our first level 2 in a Lucian, and I don't realistically use Lucian too much unless I'm going for cybernetics, which in theory we could, but obviously I missed out on quite a few Fioras right now. But I think sticking with what we've got right now, this sort of team comp is actually going to win us the game. And the best bit is, level 5 we either stick an Ezreal on for Blaster, or a Jace on for Vanguard if we get it in our carousel. And obviously I'm leaning towards the Ezreal right now, because Ezreal is actually quite strong. And the only major difference between an Ezreal and a Jace is Ezreal stops a lot of ults, and Jace just does a lot of damage as a frontliner. And he's sort of the frontliner we need, because our current frontliners are just big bulky meatballs that just soak up a lot of damage, whereas Jace does do that damage. Anyway, we win our 3rd round in a row. We are tied for 1st place with a guy also on 100% health. And, well, there is no Jace in our shop, or the carousel. There is a Lucian with a BF sword, which is actually quite nice, but obviously not the most ideal item. So we'll probably go for the Malphite here, because that chain vest can obviously make a GA. We can obviously technically go for the Sparring Glove on the Blitzcrank, or even the Syndra for the Spirit Sojourn. But no, we'll go for the GA. It's a safe option, and we can actually put in some other champions into this team comp that can utilize a GA further down the line. So we'll sell him on. There we go, GA online. We'll press the reroll button for free. We'll level up our Leona, and we'll buy another Poppy. We'll press that. We do go down to 6 coins, but we do get the Blaster buff online, which is huge, because Blaster obviously means them extra shots are going to come out, and obviously we're looking to maximize our damage with this backline, and having champions fly out damage to multiple targets at once is great. And yeah, here we go. We come up against a similar sort of team comp. It's a Chrono with Vanguard frontline, similar to what we're looking to end up doing with our team, where we're looking to obviously pick up a couple of Chronos, which we've already got one of in the Ezreal. We also want to pick up something like a Thresh or something along those lines that can do damage. Well, actually, no, we're getting a Wukong because he's a Vanguard. He's a Vanguard, ladies and gentlemen. He is a Vanguard. Yes, he's a Vanguard champion that fits quite nicely into this team comp, as he has got a lot of resistance and also has a massive ass stun in his kit. Now, champion-wise, we're going to go probably 4 Vanguard, and then the possibility of 4 Blaster at this rate. Or we go keep these 2, or switch you out for MF, and then switch in a Kale. And we'll have Vanguard and Valkyrie, and Blaster, obviously, as our sort of main trio, as we come up against some Infiltrators who are Darkstar Infiltrators, which I haven't seen. Obviously, he's probably going to look to transition into Space Pilots, as he's already got the Annie, he's already got the Rumble on his bench, he's obviously wanting the Fizz, which you realistically won't be getting right now, even if there is a 5% chance of getting him. He isn't level 5 though, so he won't be getting that chance of a 4-cost champion. Now for us, we are going to hit Krugs, we're going to reroll once. There is a Blitzcrank, and also a Caitlyn, and you're probably thinking, pick up the Caitlyn, get her to level 2, slide her into the team comp next level, and you'll be doing quite a lot of damage, because you'll have Chrono. And well, you're not wrong. You're nowhere near wrong. It would be good to do that, obviously. But, and I rest assured say but in a very, very useful way, Caitlyn does do a lot of damage with that ultimate. She does probably insta out quite a few champions, but late game, and I mean late game, she kind of falls off. Her ult realistically won't come out as often, and Jhin does a lot more. Okay, so I just picked up 2 champions I wanted. Jhin, great champion, get in my team. You're sitting on my bench though for now. And then the Soraka. Now you're probably wondering, why am I picking up Soraka? Why would I want to pick up a Soraka with this team comp? Well, Mystic. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I want some Mystic champions. I'm also going to press refresh because I can. Yeah, we'll pick up you and you. Why not? And yeah, this is the sort of setup we're going with. It's a very, very strong setup, to say the least. Because Mystic has a great usage in terms of the fact that it allows you to, obviously, reduce the amount of damage Star Guardians do, and that is sort of a good thing to know, is Star Guardians are pretty powerful if they have, obviously, the Chalice setup. And what I mean by Chalice is, well, Chalice equivalates to Star Guardian buff. If you're in 2 hexes of a Star Guardian using her ult, let's just say the Star Guardian who gives you like plus 20 mana is now plus 30 because the Chalice gives you an extra 10 mana, and you're also receiving quite a lot more damage, I guess is the best way to put it, as the ults come out a lot quicker, and Chalice just makes it even funnier to actually work. Now, one thing to note is we just picked up our first loss to... Was it this? No, it wasn't even that guy. Was it? No, it was to the guy in 4th. So, we've not faced this top guy yet, I don't believe, considering that was our first loss. You have a death cap on your Poppy. And one thing to note is this guy's got on Celestial Vanguard frontline, and he's trying to do a similar thing to us here. I mean, obviously, we're just piling in damage here with this setup, because Lucian is a pretty big boy. But we're going to lose our second wave here, actually, as that Poppy is quite hard to kill, and Death Cap isn't something you realistically see put on a Poppy. Anyway, I'm gonna press this button. Ooh, we'll pick up a second level 2 Poppy, and I'm honestly thinking, do we pick up Kale and go Valkyrie, or do we stick to my plan of going Mystic with the Soraka? And I'm thinking more Mystic right now, because Mystic will reduce the damage that certain team comps will do. It's actually very good to obviously go Mystic in these certain situations. And this is going first, by the way. He has Chrono. Where was that Shen going? I just watched him walk all the way around my front line just to do something. Don't know what he's doing. But we're going to lose this round. Obviously, Desire is going to be free-firing in pretty heavily. Ezreal might get an EMP off. No, he won't. The Blitzcrank hook make sure he doesn't. But yeah, that was actually really close to an actual win there for us, in terms of the fact that we need to obviously build up a stronger team comp, and we will be doing that moments time, because there's another Jhin on the shop. In the carousel, sorry. There's also an Ashe, and I want the Jhin. More than anything, I want the Jhin. And the reason being is because he can just slide nice and easy into our team comp. You don't realistically need to have any sort of synergy with him to be an absolute demon in a team. And we also do have 2 items for him, because Lucian won't be a permanent member. I'll definitely switch him out for a MF at this rate. And with that in mind, I can just easily switch on Jhin into this corner. I can also put a Wukong on instead of Lucian right now, which wouldn't be terrible either. Actually, I'm tempted to do that, and then this, and then you get that. You get this. Let's see how this works. Because theoretically, that is a damage buff. It's a very big damage buff in terms of the fact that that's 120 damage on a base level character who's going to absolutely crit you out as and when he can, because that Shen has absolutely destroyed him. But here comes the damage, and the GA is going to protect him, meaning this shot's going to come through and this next shot's going to come through, but the Ashe Arrow is going to make sure he isn't shooting anymore. And another Ashe Arrow and Caitlyn combo kills off our team there. And yeah, that is one issue with this team comp right now, is the damage is realistically only one champion right now. So we need to obviously fix that. And in fact, I'm also going to do that. Press refresh. Level up our Ezreal. In fact, I'm actually changing up. I'm not putting this rocker. I'm putting the Ashe on the board. Putting Ezreal in the middle. And this is a very, very, some would say, weird team comp that I built. but it is damage. It's a lot of damage now. As Ezreal's level 2, we have an Ashe on the board, and a Jhin on the board. We have snipers doing a lot of work. We do, in theory, if we get a Karma, switch her onto the board, get her on at level 7. 8 can be Soraka, 9 can be Wukong, and you think, okay, that's maximum Vanguard. In fact, you can tell I switch up my idea on this team comp, can't you? You can see the changes here to this team comp and how much you can do. This team comp is actually really close to losing. Oh, we almost won there. We needed a bigger crit out of our Jhin. So, carousel time. Not carousel, it's minion wave time. What is this called? It's infiltrators. I forgot its name. That tells you how bad I am at this game. Hey, there's a Jace. That is actually quite good to get him now. In fact, I'm just going to press that. Get up to level 7 as soon as possible. And you're probably wondering, why would I do that? Well, that means that I can get max Vanguard on the board. It means that I can do some stupid stuff with this team comp. And switch you around. You go up there, you go up there, you go up there. Press refresh for free. Nothing there. Okay, Jace, get on the board. There is max Vanguard. And max Vanguard, you probably will think, okay, what's the point in this? What does this do? Well, if we look at the actual buff, it gives 250 armor to all of our front line. Now, when you're coming up against big attack damage dealers, this is huge. And like, ooh, Jin's getting hooked here, sadly. But you see, look how minimalistic damage that these champions are doing to our front line. It's actually pitiful, if you think about it. And with the likes of the Warmogs, it basically means the damage goes down considerably. And we realistically do a lot more in terms of the fact that, wow, I thought that Vi was on my team there. I thought it was Ezreal, but she actually beat up our Ezreal and killed him off. Oh, there's a Karma. I want that. So that we actually get Mystic in this team comp. Now, ideally, Echo is not something we want. I'll take this Jace, and I'm looking now to hit level 8 quick. Because if I hit level 8 quick, it means that we can slide on Mystic buff if we replace the Ezreal. And I kind of want to do that, honestly. It would mean quite a lot. And one thing I'm also going to do is give this to you. Because you're most likely to be the one that survives the longest in our team comp. So we'll have him with a big item that stops ults, shall we say. You can kind of see how I'm trying to build this team. It's to stop big amounts of magic damage coming through. Like, the thing that annoys me the most is being cancelled. Anyway, this wave, I would say, is quite close, but this guy's Poppy does do a lot of work. And it's realistically coming down to, can Ezreal do enough damage to actually win? And it's not going to happen, and we're losing considerably quickly. We're on a 7-loss streak now, which is worrying to me. So I'm actually going to have to rush this so that we can get you on the board and do that. There's Mystic. That's huge, I would say. And looking at everything, I don't want you anymore. Refresh you. Buy that. There's also you in the shop. Yeah. Kind of have to. I want to level you up. And we're up against the Space Pirates. Pilots. Fuck. I always call them Space Pirates because that's the other thing. It's Mech Pilots, this is. They're up against. And yeah, this is going to be a loss. I don't need to say any more than it's a loss. That being said, Mordekaiser is taking out the Rumble. This is actually quite close. Like, unbelievably close. Yeah, we win. Holy moly, we actually won this. Because if Annie ulted there, she would have died to Poppy. But yeah, that was really close. Jace or Ashe? I think we go with Jace. So that we have the shored up front line. It makes the most sense. And it's also a spatula. We don't have any other item to combo with it, sadly. But Jace is actually really good. As we've only beaten one person in recent times. And it was the mech pilot user. So, thinking about it, we do need to obviously build something like this, something a bit stronger, and Jace is actually a really good champion for strength. You might not realise it, he has a very, very powerful ult, and that ultimate can do a lot of work as we get offered an actual big threat in the GP. Hello. I'm going to refresh my shop, get nothing, and now question my life existence. Nah, I'm not going to do that. I'd never do that. Why would I ever question my existence? I'm actually going to sell you because you're not in this team comp anymore. Because we can obviously look to put in a Jinx or an MF at this stage. Something that does do damage. That is actually useful as we come up against a Xayah. This is a Celestial comp. Yikes. Excuse me. I'm just coughing here. I don't know why I said that. That makes no sense to say. But this is actually a win here for us. The Mystic change-up has actually done a lot of work for us here, as we're able to kill off your backline quite easily with the Jhin. The Jin's actually huge for this team comp, and I'm tempted to switch his position over to this side so that that one Blitzcrank team doesn't actually annoy us as much. That's been a big issue recently, is that actual threat. In fact, I'm thinking, do we switch Soraka for Lulu now? Yes, actually, is the answer. And the reason I say yes is because Celestial, as we get offered another Soraka, of course. It always happens like that, but no. We'll save up our eco now. That is the good thing for us. And the reason that is a good thing is because eco for this team comp is great. Like, you can now look to obviously hit level 9. Level 9 I can slide whatever I want as we are losing to refresh. You've moved your Blitzcrank. You arsehole. Okay. So, this team comp is annoying for me because we obviously want to use our team strength. And we can't because there's a Thresh in his team that is built to obviously annoy you. So we realistically need to avoid it. Now, we're, as I said, looking for a Wukong. And you're probably wondering why. Well, I can sell on one of these two to move the item over to another one of our Vanguards. At this rate, I think we're going to probably have to move... Yeah, I'm going to switch off Leona for a Wukong. So that we get No, we're not even going to get Chrono, because I sold Ezreal. I might not even have to put on Wukong. Who cares, anyway. So, we'll just play. There's not much we can do, realistically, in order to change things. Though, that spatula does change up a lot. That actually does mean a whole lot more for this team comp than what I'll lead on to, because that's level, basically a free level, and I'll pick up that and that. You can come onto the board, you'll replace Leona, don't get me wrong. Actually, will she? Yeah, she'll replace Leona, but, and this is a huge but, what we can do now is make a locket. There we go. Our front line has a bit more strength. But what we can do is actually use our abilities to our advantage here. In the fact that we can actually break this team comp quite nicely. because this guy's going to lose to us. He's going to face his first loss to us. And it's going to come from a Jin damage. There we go. And now it's Sona dying. This is this guy's first loss, and it was to us. Nice. That's always a good sign. So I'm actually going to pick up this Ezreal now. And I'm gladly taking Ezreal and Lulu's and Poppies. Lulu's and Poppies? Where am I getting Poppies? Actually. Yep, right. So I'm just thinking about this. Yeah, we sell you. We sell you now. We sell you. Slide you off. You come onto the board for Chrono. This is where I guess you would say this team comp goes mad. Because we have Chrono on the line, which means that Jin's damage is going to come out a lot quicker. It means that I'm actually going to be enjoying myself, laughing at everyone and their pain. And we're slowly climbing up the leaderboard because Jin damage. Jin damage. Jin damage, ladies and gentlemen. Jin damage. The guy below us is going to lose. I hope he goes out now. Seriously. He is facing the guy in second. And yes, we're not going to finish in 8th. That's a bonus. I'll take a level 2 Ashe. Nothing there. There is the MF. MF, no. Yes, sorry. We pick her up, we slide her on our bench for now, and we're obviously looking to get to level 9 where we can have the MF on the board for a bit more damage. Now, we could technically have gone with the Darius and have Space Pirate for, or GP now, so that we have a bit more damaging in our front line. But, oh, this might be a yikes round, actually. Who knows? I certainly don't know. All I know is Jin damage. And Jace damage. Jesus, you're out. Bye. You just got eliminated by a Jin. And a Jace. Holy moly. This team comp is now ramping up to death tier. Chalice wouldn't be too bad, actually. Yeah, I definitely think Chalice would be our best option here. Deathblade actually isn't a bad option either. Like, I think Deathblade is probably our best option here. And you're probably wondering why. Well, the way Jin worked, the more kills he gets, it'd be better to have more damage with him. And if you think about it this way, you've got then a pretty easy team comp to run because Jin damage with Darkstar buff is huge. And one thing that I'm going to do right now that you probably realise I should have done ages ago is that, so that it's Ezreal immediately being hit, not my Jin with hooks. And that is huge because it means that I don't have to deal with some bullshit Blitzcrank hook, taking my Jin, stopping my damage source from being actually utilised, and we now have some fun. You're below me. You're sat in 5th. Hoping for me right now is Jin damage. Jin damage is actually doing work as well as Lulu work. Ooh, we win. You're out. Bye. We're dominating now, ladies and gentlemen. We're in that phase where we're top 4 now with this team comp. And it's actually going pretty well, honestly. We're still saving up our eco. We're on a 4-win streak as well. And that 4-win streak is going to net me a level 2 Ezreal, who can come onto the board. I can also press this button once. Nothing there, so we're fine. We're chilling. I can also sell you. And we can actually do that. Yes. More damage on our Jin. 222 damage. Whereas our Ezreal does 108. You do 108. You do 108. 190. 81. Yeah, you can see where my damage source is, and it's that Jin. And that is great for us, as we're going to now have our Wukong soak up damage, We're gonna just watch this last Jin shot. Oh, well, he didn't kill. But, yeah, this Jin shot's gonna do work now. Because one of our Dark Star champions died. Your Kale's dead. Because she got jumped on by our Jace as well as the shot from our Lucian. Are you dead? No, you're barely alive. Was he the guy on the win streak? Yes, he was. So we're destroying everyone now. Everyone that's anyone who's in this game is now fearing our team. The best bit's going to happen right now is we're going to hit level 9, meaning MF's going to come on the board for free. Redemption is great. It means that I can slide that onto Wukong. No, who dies quickest? Probably Ash or Poppy. No, Wukong probably would be the best option to slide this item onto. Because Wukong can actually tank hits and he'll die quite quick in a fight. Don't get me wrong. That's kind of his role, is to die quick. At this stage, he wants to ult, yes, but he'll die. He just dies. That's my literal point here, is he dies. And yeah, there's another Poppy. I'm gonna sell you because I'm not getting any more of you. Yeah, that's it for selling and buying this round. You have the Chronos. Thank goodness I moved my Ezreal. Now it's damage time, and Sonar is going to be annoying, but so's MF ult. MF ult does work. Yikes, Jin got hooked. So here comes the fun bit. Jin in the back line. Ash Arrow comes through onto Sonar. Sonar is actually still alive. This is quite close. It was until we lost, and we're still alive. Luckily, we're still alive. We can re-roll, get ourselves a level 2 Wukong now. And this is where we're just trying to hope that we can outlive this guy, because we should realistically get a fake guy now. And one thing to note is we don't have a Blitzcrank anymore to deal with, other than on this guy's team, who's just switched his Blitzcrank off. No, he puts it back on, okay. Yeah, they've realised Jin's a powerful champion. And that Blitzcrank hook is annoying for us. The good thing, though, is one of them's not got Blitz on the board anymore. One of them has put it into one side, which I can actually counter. And we're going to win. Easy. So we're now just hoping one of these two get eliminated right now, which realistically isn't going to happen bar this guy losing. But he's actually won that round. So, yeah, I'm now wondering, how do we play this? Shield wouldn't be terrible, but I think we've got to actually look for level 3 Poppy. In fact, I'm also going to do that. I'm looking at this guy's team. That Blitzcrank's not moved. You don't have the Blitzcrank anymore. I'm watching this guy. And the reason I've put my Jin to this side is because he shouldn't die. And we come up against this guy who now doesn't have the Blitz on the board, which is great for me. And we're immediately attacking the Thresh. So you're not getting any more champions on the board. And the champion that you did put on the board's just immediately been punished. Yeah, we're winning this. We've won. Sonar is down. You just got swept immediately by my team. By a Jin, I should say. And are you facing Fake Me? Yes, you are. You lost to Fake Me, and you're out to Fake Me. Okay. It's a 1v1 now. He'll probably want the Thresh or the Seraph's Embrace. At this stage, I kind of take the Seraph's Embrace. And I don't know who I slide that on. We might slide that on Lulu, actually. more than anything, it's a good tool to utilize in a fight. I am now just looking for a poppy. Speak of the devil. He hasn't put on the the Blitzcrank yet. That is a good sign. He is not putting on Blitz. Perfect. So we should realistically win this round, because he hasn't got Blitz on the board. He has got Shendo in the danger zone, and what I mean by danger zone, it's basically immediately being hit by my Jin. Wait, oh, I realize he's using the Thresh to pull on the Blitz. Okay. I think I lose this round, actually. As much as I wish I don't, I think I do. Because it's now a 3v whatever. Yeah, we lose. Thresh. He's saying that it was Sona. It was actually Thresh that won him the round. Because Thresh pulled on Blitz, and Blitz pulled my Jin, and Jin absolutely got destroyed by it. So, if I didn't move my Jin, I would have finished third. If I move my Jin again back to its original position, I would have finished first, maybe. But who knows. Anyway, that was an excellent episode for me, honestly, for TFT time. If you enjoyed it, leave a like down below, subscribe if you're new around here if you want to, and I will see you guys later for more TFT time, as well as a new Let's Play starting Monday. Alright, peace out.